How the heck are you guys? I am Fastidious. In my opinion, Watcher of Realms desperately and immediately needs some kind of progressive rate-up system when it comes to their summoning banners. So what am I talking about? This is an idea I've had for a long time. This video is going to be two parts. The first part is what you're watching right now, which is going to be pretty short, where I try to pitch you my progressive rate-up system in as simple a way as possible. The second part is going to be a truly damning and shocking piece of anecdotal evidence, courtesy of Rtype's atrocious summons from earlier today, in which he went so many consecutive legendary heroes summoned without getting Beelzebub, one of the two rate-up heroes, that if I even told you right now without you having watched it, I don't think you would believe me. So I really encourage you to watch this whole thing. It's very sad. It's also pretty funny. But jokes aside, you should really watch it. If a viewer told me this happened to them, if I hadn't done it for a fellow viewer, content creator, one of my moderators, Rtype, I wouldn't believe them that it went this long because it's such a statistical improbability. We'll talk about how unlikely it was at the end of this stream, but we need to have some system in place on these banners that allows there to be a semblance of a guarantee at some point.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
We need that. We desperately need that. So what am I talking about? I'm calling it Fasti's progressive rate up idea. And essentially, we have the base rates, then they're rated up to numbers that we know are around 20%. We need, with each legendary pulled that is not a banner hero, we need some marginal increases in the likelihood those banners will then be summoned from that point on. So some slight increases in the rate up. And notice here I've said legendaries pulled without banner hero. That is not since last banner hero. This is something I think only needs to happen once. Hunting for dupes is something you get to do when you want to gamble or be lucky, or your place of privilege where you saved a bunch or spent a bunch or both. But getting that first copy, we need some kind of assurance. We need something to be confident in and to count on. Also, guys, if you take the time to listen to my entire proposal for the progressive rate-up system and you like it, or at least you like the idea of it, please share it with your favorite creators, with your guildmates, with your friends on Discord, on Reddit, whatever you want to do. You don't have to give me any credit. You can just take the screenshot of my system. I just want to start the conversation. This is something I really think we need in the game to keep players happy and keep players playing. So what do I propose? All right, so the banner in question, this is what happened and this is what you're going to watch. And again, I really encourage you to watch this whole thing. It's crazy. It's crazy. You can see we've got two heroes rated up, Beelzebub and Zealot. Historically, we have different buckets of rarity within one singular rarity. So by singular rarity, I mean legendary heroes. This is our normal pool of heroes. And then by buckets within that rarity, I mean we have common bucket, legendary heroes, rare bucket. Hot Sit historically was in an ultra rare bucket. We did prove this nearly a year ago directly from the game file, and then I did a huge study on it. I think there's a chance they've equalized the rates among all these normal legendary heroes. And I do think Zealot and Beelzebub, we know Zealot was a rare bucket hero, and Beelzebub definitely is going to be if they're still using buckets. So we can just call them the same, and we can say historically from what we've seen, it's between a 19 and a 20.5% chance. Don't even think about the 15x, just when a hero's on rate up, which they call 15x, but it's really just rating it up to an acceptable value they've decided, which is 20%, basically what we've seen in that 19 to 20.5% rate. Rare bucket, we're going to assume they're both that. So the way it stands, what I believe to be true from a ton of research and what we used to know factually back when we had evidence of it and proof of it straight from the game, I believe these guys, we're going to call it a 20% chance every time you hit a legendary. So not every summon, but every time you're summoning on this banner or this banner, doesn't matter what currency it is, whether it's the divine summons or the rare summons, every time you summon on these rate up banners with the 15x rate up, there's a 20% chance each time you hit legendary, it will be Beelzebub, and a 20% chance it will be Zealot. So combined, we've got a 40% chance. However, you can keep missing over and over and over and over, right? Let me actually just show that to you really quickly. I know this is going to be mathy, so I apologize. But every time, if we're saying there's a 20% chance to get the hero you want, so in Rtype's case, as you're going to see, it was Bubba, every time there's a 20% chance you're going to get it, that means there's an 80% chance you're not going to get it, which can also be written as 0.8, right? If 1 is 100, 0.8 is 80. So if we go over here and we do 0.8 to the 10th, let's say, so this is saying the 0.8 occurrence, the 80% chance not to get him happened 10 times in a row, that is still going to happen 10.7% of the time. So it hurts and it feels impossible that you get it 10 legendaries in a row and not get the one on the banner you were targeting, which sucks, but it is possible. So that's where we stand. And actually, as you're going to see with Rtype, it was a lot more than 10 in a row. So the numbers get astronomical, low single-digit percentages, and then some. We need to have some system that our biggest spenders, the biggest patrons of the game, or the people that are the most patient and save up for the longest aren't totally screwed, because that will lead to players quitting. So let's get into it. I propose a progressive rate-up system. So when you start the banner, you haven't pulled any legendaries, and obviously you haven't pulled any banner heroes. When you open that banner, you start with 0 legendaries pulled without the banner hero. So it's just plain. You start with those normal rates we're used to seeing. 20% chance to get banner hero number 1, 20% chance to get banner hero number 2, right? It can be a little different if one of them's like a rare hero like Arrogance and the other one's a common one like Azor. Not that they'd put Azor on rate up. It might be more like 19 and 23%. But for simplicity, based on how I know most of this to work, we're going to call it 20% each. So the combined rate to begin, and this is what we see in the game, every time you pull legendary, there's a 40% chance that is going to be a rate up hero if we have got the 2 banners on rate up, the 2 banner heroes on rate up. What I propose, without my system, this just repeats over and over because there's no progressive rate up. Every time you pull, you have a 20% chance to get one, 20% chance to get the other, 40% that you get one or the other. Rinse and repeat with every legendary pulled, and you can have these really unlucky situations. Then we'll do the math at the end, as I said, for what shockingly happened to Rtype, right? So that's that. What I propose is after your first legendary you pull without a banner hero, so you just pulled one, you pulled Calypso, you didn't get Zeal 2, you didn't get Beelzebub, both of them have their rate increased by 10. The amount you increase and the way you progressively rate up, if Moonton decides to adopt this, that's up to them. I mean, there's probably a lot of things to consider. This is just what I thought about this for a couple weeks. This is what I think is the most fair. So after you've gone one without summoning, both of the banner heroes have their chance upped by 10%. So now it's a 30% chance to get each. Combined, you have a 60% chance you're going to hit one or the other. After you miss again, so now you pulled Arrogance. So you pulled Calypso and Arrogance, 2 non-banner heroes, no Zealatu, no Beelzebub for this example, right? You're 0 for 2. Now again, each one of those heroes has their rate, so when you get a legendary, the chance you get them increased by 10%. So now it's 40% for banner hero 1, 40% for banner hero 2. Combined, that is an 80% chance. So you've missed twice in a row. Now on the next one, you have an 80% chance you're going to hit. If you still miss, you go 3 in a row missing. That's kind of awful, right? That leaves you a horrible feeling. When you're on a fresh new banner, you've been looking forward to it, you've saved up, you've already hit legendary 3 times. You've probably pulled at least 30 divines if you're doing that banner, if not more. Could be 50, could be 60 if you had to go all the way to 20 full pity every time. Or you could have pulled probably at least 400 to 500 rare summons. You could have been lucky, but you also could have not been lucky. At that point, I think you've already gone 0 for 3. You up the rate for each by 10% yet again. And now we have a 50% chance if you hit a legendary hero, it's going to be banner hero number 1, and a 50% chance it's going to be banner hero number 2. So after you go 0 for 3, you now have a 100% chance that you will hit one of the 2 banner heroes, and it's a 50-50 proposition who it will be when you hit your next legendary hero summoned. After that, in this scenario, it's banner hero 1 that you hit. After that, things continue with banner hero 2 because you still have been 0 for 4 now. You've gotten 4 times without pulling banner hero 2, but for banner hero 1, it resets to its standard 20% rate. So after 3 times you summon legendaries without hitting a banner hero, you're guaranteed it's one or the other. It's a coin flip. And now you summoned one of them because it was one or the other. You've now summoned 4 legendaries, 3 without the banner legendary hero. And then the 4th one, you did get one of them, but not the other. The rates return in some respect, but for the hero you didn't get, they soldier on. So you got banner hero number 1, that rate is back down to where we started at 20%, but banner hero number 2, that keeps going up by another 10%. So now you've done 4 legendaries on the banner, you did hit banner hero 1 that one time. Now for banner hero 2, this is where all the focus is. You have a 60% chance we're going to hit it on the next one, 20% chance for banner hero 1. The combined chance that you're going to get one or the other is now 80%. But, 6 out of 10 times, 3 out of 5 times, you are going to hit the other one you haven't hit yet. If you miss again, now you've gone 5 legendaries pulled without hitting banner hero number 2. The rate for banner hero number 1 remains at 20% still, but for banner hero number 2, it's up to another 10%. Test. It goes up another 10% to 70%. So now combined for one or the other, it's 90%. And 70% of the time, when you hit that next legendary, it should be banner hero number 2. So at this point, you've already pulled 5. You're looking for your 6th legendary. I think a 70% chance to get the one banner hero you haven't gotten yet is pretty fair. You miss again, so you've now pulled 6 legendaries without hitting banner hero number 2. We actually bring the rate of banner hero number 1 down to 10%. That's to accommodate the entire pool of other legendary heroes. And we continue and we raise the rate of banner hero number 2 by 10%. Combined, they stay at 90%. You have an 80% chance, 4/5 of the time, you're going to hit banner hero number 2. You miss again. You've now gone 7 consecutive legendaries on one banner. That's a lot, right? 7 consecutive legendaries, and you haven't hit the hero you're targeting. You got one of the banner heroes, but not the other one. Clearly you didn't get the one you were targeting if you kept soldiering on, unless it was a crazy session, but that's a story for another problem. So you went 7 in a row. Now we knocked the rate of banner hero number 1, the one you got earlier, down to 5%, and we raise the rate of banner hero number 2 by another 10% to 90%. Combined, you're getting one or the other. It's a 95% chance, but 9 out of 10 times, you should finally be getting banner hero number 2. However, you don't get it. You've now gone 0 for 8 hunting for banner hero number 2. I propose that this time you've invested enough of your time-saving stuff up or money-buying stuff or whatever, enough emotional energy and preparation to still have failed 8 times in a row. At this moment, you have a 0% chance to get banner hero number 1, a 0% chance to get any off-banner hero. You're at a 100% chance to get banner hero number 2. There you go. Combined, it's 100% for either or, but you finally get banner hero number 2. Back after 3 missed summons, you got banner hero number 1. You've now hit both banner heroes. Your progressive rate up is over. You return here and it stays here, full stop. You no longer get progressive rate up, but this ensures worst case scenario, everyone can get both banner heroes within 8 summons, 8 legendaries summoned, I should say. So I don't know if my progression's perfect. I am pretty proud of it. I think it's really clean, but I think we need something like this. If you do not believe me, watch this right now. Seriously, it is unbelievable how many times in a row Rtype missed, and he summoned over 1,000 rare summoning crystals and over 70 divines. Buckle up. This is going to hurt some of you to watch. Let's get to it. All right, folks, buckle up. Let's head to the most miserable pulls you have ever seen. Disclaimer, we have left all the pulls in this video unedited, so you can truly feel the weight of how awful this was and how much it sucked. And Rtype and I did not want to sit through it and edit it again because we didn't even want to watch it. That's why we're leaving it unedited, though, so you can feel the gravity of how much it sucks that something like this can happen. Enjoy, if you can even use that word, the pulls. All right, Rtype, what's the plan here? Pull divines, 2 legendaries, then move to rares and diamonds. Rtype, are we just aiming for 1, or what's the plan? It seems like something like just a legendary bucket and a lord bucket, but TBD. All right, let's just pull. You tell me. Just be ready in your DMs to keep me posted. We're going to pull for 2 legendaries here. We got 53 divines. Then we shall assess. Play it by ear. Basically, he's like, if I don't get lucky in the beginning, we're going to degen. I can read this guy like a goddamn book. You got a Raka on your 35th summon. I've done 18,000 summons, and I don't have a Raka on my account. Your first was Setram? That's a crazy first legendary. That's a pretty hard carry first legendary. Getting Setram that early, you probably don't even know like the right way to beat a lot of content, because you can just, Setram's range changes a lot of strategies. There we go, bright and early. Let's get that first baba. Give me that, flies. Venoma! Oh, you dick. There's no world he's going to use Venoma. He is Cyrus. And he gets her anyway. Ridiculous. There's Katy Perry. Do you ever feel... There's Scorch. Dolores and Iona in the first 10 pull. Pretty spicy 10 pull. Speaking of which, guys, if people want to start new accounts, you might have a good reason to pretty darn soon. Let's throw this up on the page. More info coming tomorrow, but here's something spicy to wet your beak. Get you a little excited, get you a little hyped up, if you will. Katy Perry. Dude, Katy Perry, pretty hot. Let's be honest. Let's just be honest about it. Pretty good-looking lady. Let's call it like we see it. There's a Pyros. There he is. There's my guy. Noma's going to get a buff this year, mark my words. There's no way. She's by a mile, especially as the game's gone on and we have more and more veteran players. She's unusable as a hero. There we go. Come on. She's completely unusable. So I definitely think they're going to get a Venoma buff. And there is Abomination. Not what we were looking for. All right, Rtype, we're moving. What are we doing? Move to rares. All right, let's move to the rare summons. Nice little stack here. It's crazy. Rtype has like the same amount of summons at me at all moments, except we get very different amounts of content creator diamonds. He just supplements his supply in a different way, but we have very similar amounts. I think I have about 57,000, and here I have like 80. So it's about the same. He actually has a little more. And then he had, what, 55 divines, and I have 69. Awakening Venoma was that for you? All your recent drops are blue and green. Cannot have pulled that much if that's the case. Will I pull all my divine? I think I will pull until I have Beelzebub. There we go. Until I think on my account, I'll pull until I get Bubba A3 or I pull 2 Zila 2. Because I don't know if I can stomach more than 2 since she's already A5. I've actually pulled a copy of her since A5. So I've already pulled A6 Zila 2 on my account. There's a Lyra. You're such a dick, dude. You don't need any of this stuff. And you're getting all of it. He's getting a Lyra, he's getting a Venoma, like 2 of the 5 normal heroes I don't have. That was A1 Venoma. This account needs none of this. This account already has everything. And I've done more summons than him. Don't think, oh, he's just a whale. Yeah, he's got all the ancients, but still, BS. I mean, Vortex dupes are great. Who cares if he's maxed? Or are you saying he's already A5? Amadeo. We're gonna keep going, Rtype? You said you'd keep me posted, and you're not keeping me posted. Yeah, you didn't need any of that stuff. A1 Venoma and A1 Lyra, get out of here. Lyra does have good awakenings, though. It's more like A8. Yeah. They will ever do A6? Absolutely not. That would be like, that would be outrage inducing. If they added A6 when so many people have pulled, I mean, I've sold 2 or 3 Boreas, right? To mention, you know, I've sold Valkyra, I've sold Boreas, I've sold Zealatu, I have an extra Arrogance I had to sell. Lucius I had to sell. You know, that would be so unfair to all these people that already maxed out their heroes and then started, well, people didn't know it was going to be 24 hours. And also it wasn't, it was 48 hours. What are you, a Moonton representative, P-Brad? I told people not to charge back, but you can understand why some did. If they were, it looked bad, right? It still doesn't look great. Your dad is Moonton? Well, my dad invented Toastal Strudel. So, are we just all flexing now? You sold popes? Yeah, there you go. Come on, show me the Lord of the Flies. We've pulled 4 Beelzebub. Make it 5. Ah, Zealatu. So we pulled 4 Beelzebub, 4 Zealatu, and then 8. So 50% of what we've pulled have been banner heroes. We're slightly above the rates on everything. Is A0 Bubba good? Every single piece of content I've put out over the past 3 days, Steven, has been with an A0 Bubba. Just watch it. He's phenomenal. That's A3. That's a big pull. It's a big pull. What are we doing, Rtype? Abomination, if you don't have him, he's fine. He's like a mid-game progression hero. Keep going. Yeah, what I don't understand is why are we doing this with our rares? Why wouldn't we do this with divines? You're hoping for a 2x by 15x for Valentine's Day or what? There we go. Switch back? Yeah, I would switch back. There's Glacius. Similar posture to Beelzebub, kind of hunched over. It's easier to get blues, sure, but this is the best time to use your divines. Unless there's a 2x by 15x you're anticipating, you use it on a normal hero, right? This is what you use them for. You know, you don't, what if there's like a new Sung Wukong? This is where I'd want to use these, right? That's A3 Glacius. A3 Glacius goes crazy. Your dad invented gambling problems? Well, I'm going to make fetch happen, so we all have things we can brag about. You got 4 legendaries, including Bubba and Zealatu on 6 divines. You've got a lot of balls coming into my chat and saying that. You don't think people are going to try to murder you. Got Dolores exclusive from the Forge? That's huge, yeah. Compared to other tanks, I mean, he's like a hybrid. He's not a tank, right? He's a fighter. He's pretty good. He's a fine hero. Does Smile 1 work in the US? Yeah, it absolutely does. One of the mods can share my Smile 1 link. That'd actually be helpful if you want. His name is Deserving. There's Imani. That's my OG queen. First divine pull Bubba. He definitely beat that. He did 6 pulls and got 4 legendaries. That beats that for sure. There we go. This is him. I'm calling my shot. There he is. There he is. Ooh, Eris. That's all. Is that A1? Eris hits so freaking hard. It's crazy. No, back to back. There he is. Come on now. Another's frick that. Ugh. Well, this is her last good awakening. That was A1, Eris. That was a back shot. R-Type's losing the banner war, but he's getting crazy rates. He's ruining our rates, though. We were at, I guess that was another banner hero. Keep going? Okay, keep going. I did shoot and miss. Yeah, it has me pretty scared for my summons. The thing is, if all shit hits the fan for me, I have so many summons lined up right now, it's crazy. I could do like 800 normal summons, and I have basically tomorrow I'll have 70 divines. Yeah, Beelzebub's pretty crazy. There is Mari. No, thank you. There's another one. The rates are crazy right now. I'm doing good. How are you doing, Loki? And there's Yuri. Off banner Yuri. Speak of the devil. So in the past 5, we pulled him three legendaries. That was A1. It's a good A1. I'm the proud owner of an A1 Yuri. I still need to post that video. I still have to post my Sun Wukong summons. That's kind of crazy. If you want to know the tell if it's gold, you can see a video explaining it in the description of this stream. Hello from Poland. Hello, Matusz. Matusz. What does a fox say? He's getting lucky and still degenning. Well, we haven't gotten the Lord of the Flies yet, so. There's Maul, who's apparently we're not getting his skin for 2 more months. Bullshit. It's actually not if you look at the grand scheme of things, Sassy. We're just noticing the new ones. You're not commenting on when I pull Razak or Abomination, right? What we pulled Eris, Lyra, and Yuri. It's like, yeah, if you count, there's like 8 or 10 new heroes. We've pulled them. And how many legendaries are there? Probably maybe 100. I don't know, 80. We've pulled them all like 1 in 8 times or something. It's about right. It just feels like more. You miss your own summons. They're pretty good, Earl. They're pretty good. You're going down to the wire here, though. Rtype, I'm not going to stop summoning until you tell me to, by the way, since you're not giving me the live updates. You rock the AoE PvP? Yeah. TBD if Beelzebub's he's gonna enable cultists to shake up like the main meta. Who can be in the Valentine's Day pulls? I don't. If I was them, I would do Hex and Twyla. And then whatever new exclusive they have. There's Damon. We should hit pretty soon. I think we hit at 26. So we're going to start hitting the stuff. I don't think he should be frustrated. I mean, it sucks we haven't gotten Bubba. We've got him. The rates were really good to start, and we got him some good stuff. Is the Silas skin? I mean, Eric, it's a skin. If you like it, buy it. What could make it worth buying or not worth buying? It's a cosmetic. There it is. Beelzebub. Ciao from Italy. Buongiorno to you, Jacopo. Oh, that one hurts. That one hurts different in a very negative way. That blows. I actually don't like the Silas skin. I don't wear it on my Silas. That sucks. We'll take some L's in the chat, please. I want a wall of L's. No, I want to say it. Mateusz. More L's. More. I shouldn't see anything else. I only want to see L's. Too many other people are saying other stuff. More. I still see other stuff. More. Oh, yes. Yes. No. Yes. So many L's. I'm sorry, Rtype, this sucks. What are we doing? Keep going again. Okay, we're gonna run out of divines, baby. This is how my summons probably will go. The only thing that could stop me, like I said, on my summons is if I pull too many Zealot at some point, my heart probably won't be able to take it. But actually, until I pull my first Beelzebub, nothing could stop me, I would think. Try the Venoma ritual. The thing is, the rates are still really good, so I don't want to click out of this instance. Wow, the game plan pulled Silas A2, Araka, and Beelzebub. That's really good. Best bond skill in the game is by a mile what Virna gives to Silas. It's not even close. Yeah, I like Silas's base skin better. Pull mine today. TBD, I don't know. I actually haven't decided yet. A big part of me says just pull today, but a big part of me says it's probably better to just do it tomorrow. My motivator is how can I maximize the number of viewers I get on Twitch? That's what it comes down to. Honoro's bond is amazing, sure, but you can't compare anything to the Silas bond. He becomes a new hero. Well, that's all the divines, ladies and gents. On to the diamonds. All right, wait, the rates stay crazy because we had just hit over here. So back to back for our second or third time on this account. Is this going to be him? The quality's so good. Besides that Azor and the Abomination, we're pulling insane heroes. But we cannot pull the guy we need, the man of the hour. Yeah, but I'm not talking about GVG, Panda. I'm saying overall. I couldn't be talking less about GVG. A3 Nyx, that's actually enormous. Do you have Triple S yet on Furious Torrent? Because that'll do it, probably. If you didn't have it yet, the A3 Nyx will do it. So we're at 9 out of 21 on banner heroes. That's spot on. Yes, you have it, or yes, you still need it. You have it? Oh, okay. That's a bummer. They just need to add some semblance of a progressive pity for the banner heroes. Progressive rate up. I think that's really what we need. I'm gonna have a chat with them tonight, so maybe I can mention that too. I don't know. Might just make a video on that. Hey, we gotta do everyone do poop emojis. That's pretty funny. SD1899 says we gotta do poop emojis so that all the flies come to the poop. Poop emojis, quick, 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 quick. Did it work? We didn't do enough emojis, that's why. All right, next time we hit gold, we need more. Am I still doing account takeovers? I do account takeovers every single day. Every single day I do account takeovers. If you want an account takeover, this is your info. Dang, we've pulled like 9 or 10 legendaries without hitting Beelzebub, right? It's kind of crazy. How many have we pulled for him? We got Ares, Abomination, Venoma, Nyx, 2 Zealot2. Oh, sorry, 2 Zealot2. Eris, Lyra, Azor, more, I think. At least 9, if not 10 or 11. Kind of insane. They're all going to be in overflow? We've pulled him 10. Yeah, Yuri, I forgot. And Glacius. Wait, so then... Oh, and 2... We pulled 11 legendaries. 11 legendaries, and we haven't hit a... We're 0 for 11. The rates are crazy, though. Oh, my God. You haven't even come close to pity on these blue summons. And we had a lot of early ones on the golds. Number 12. Number 12th legendary for Rtype. Can it be? Is it time? Another Zealot 2. This is literally becoming a nightmare. That's A5 Zealot 2 for him. So she's maxed out. God, if my summons go like this, if I go 0 for 12 on Beelzebub and I pull 3 Zealatu, which would be A6, no, A7, A8, and A9, I would probably have to GG myself. Does his personal contribution? What does that mean? You mean his BP? He does have a big BP jump from A4 to A5, if that's what you're saying. Keep going, he says. Oh my God, we're 0 for 12. Can the rates stay good at least? Let's make it all worth it. Nasty Sushi absolutely rubbing it in a pretty major way. Really rubbing that thing in. Double Bubba in the next legendary 10 pull. Which is better? There's nothing's better. I mean, in general, you want to pull your divines, especially because you're a new player, on a 2x or a 2x plus by 15x. But it really depends on your account and stuff. They're the same pool of heroes. Hate to burst your Bubba. The next one's gonna be him. We're so due. We are so due. Let me guess, the AI recap says I'm doing takeovers in Raid Shadow Legends. Something like that. Theme, more like no thanks. What do you guys think? Is the next one going to be him? I think the next one's going to be him. I think the next one has to be him. There you go. I believe this is our 13th. So we got our little devil guy, unlucky 13. Come on. Again, we didn't have to go to pity. Crazy rates. And it's another Yuri. We pulled 2 Yuri and we can't pull one of the banner hero. Oh my God. I mean, A2 Yuri's kind of huge because her base attack is so low. And now you're one closer to A3 when she really becomes a boss killer. That's crazy. 0 for 13. Endy, Iona, and Olag. What a crazy 10 pull, but wow. Again, we haven't even come close to pity on these rares and diamonds, knock on wood. God. Is Bubba in the hot sit bucket? I mean, he's definitely very rare. But I mean, we've pulled him 4 or 5 times today. It's not like he's non-existent. But for our type, maybe he is. The one silver lining, so hopefully it keeps going, is the rates have been very good for him. Like we've pulled, the fact that we've pulled 13 legendaries without that many pulls right now, it's pretty insane. But the fact that none of them are the guy on the rate up is even insaner. It's like Tallulah. Yeah, oh my, Tallulah was literal hell. For me and you, those Tallulah pulls was a nightmare. Yuri's definitely, I shouldn't say definitely. Well, to be honest, I don't think they have buckets anymore. That's my theory. That next time we have like a huge banner, probably the next limited banner, we're gonna test it. But I think they neutralize the rates of all the heroes. I mean, if you just look through this, right? This should be rare bucket. 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 This should be Lord. Lord's probably different, but you can see we got these three ZL2. It seems like they really flattened a lot of stuff out, in my opinion. We saw this a ton with our Sun Wukong banners. So I don't know if they have buckets anymore. But I'd be shocked if Yuri wasn't rare bucket. That'd be pretty unthinkable. We gotta buy Rtype movie tickets. Just let the next one be him. Just let the next one be him. I have my DMs open. I see everyone wants to stop. Next one, I think the next one has to be him. Why am I didn't do it on purpose. Come on. The next one's gonna be double Bubba. Imagine if we go through all of this, man. He says just go for broke. We might actually finally be going to pity. He says just use everything. If we do hit, stop. But yeah, I think this is pretty good evidence that they need to add some kind of progressive rate up to our banner heroes, because this is just unthinkable. You know, Rtype is a pretty positive, good guy, but he financially helps support this game, right? Certain people are gonna have this happen that spend a lot of money too, and gonna quit, and it ruins the experience. This is pretty crazy. This is kind of the chickens coming home to roost, though, right? Rtype's had like the luckiest account, and doesn't feel like it right now at all. This is the opposite. Now they're making us go to full pity. He's gonna have a crazy amount of blues here to sell. All right, there we go. Let it be him. Let it be him. Is this number 14 or 15? I honestly lost count. Please be him. Please. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, we need some kind of progressive rate up. This is unthinkable. Should I turn this into a video and make Rtype edit it? Would that be bullying? We're guaranteed at least one more. We've pulled 3, 4, 5, wait, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We pulled 14. That was our 14th. He needs to feel the bubs. It just should be at some point you should get the hero, right? We'll do the math at the end of this to miss it 15 times in a row if that is what happens. Next one. On this account, and yeah, he's like the #1 hero in the game that could help this account for sure. I mean, this account doesn't need help, but yeah, he would be the best addition to this account for sure. Or actually, does he not have Valderon? He might not have Valderon. That's definitely the best normal hero he could pull. Holy crap. God. Now they're going to make us go to pity again. We had it really good at the beginning, never going to pity. But now they're going to make us do it twice in a row. Rodka, I'm going to be honest with you, even if you're free to play, playing 3 months and only having 9 legendaries means you're not playing that hard. In like 2 months on my Epics only account, I pulled like 13 legendaries. Maybe more. Oh my god. Oh my god, this hurts so much. Yeah, 14 in 1 month free to play. That sounds about right. You know, there's some variance depending on luck, but you know, you should be able to pull a ton in 3 months, even free to play. Especially with things like 1+1 and all that. This is insane. They're gonna make us go to pity back to back now. Come on. That was just before pity. So we actually did only go to pity once. Please be him. Number 15. Are we gonna go 0 for 15? Don't let it happen. 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 We pulled 2 Yuri, 2 Eris, Lyra. We're getting all these new heroes not on rate up, but we can't get the one new hero that's on rate up. 0 for 15. Another dupe. Every hero on this account is basically a dupe. Except for the new one that we need. Yeah, I gotta say, Rtype, if you want to think of the silver lining, this is probably the evidence we need to make a push for a progressive rate up. Oh, this is the banner. I mean, we hit Zealot 3 times. Rtype, you were just typing and then you stopped typing. Yeah, we've needed good evidence for the need for a progressive rate up to be added, and this is it. This is much worse luck than your Elowen. Your Elowen, we went 0 for 12 before we hit her. Right now, we're 0 for 15. And we started off with so many summons. I don't think we need to make it non-anecdotal. The fact that this is even possible, I mean, people talk about this all the time. We've seen it all the time. But the fact that this is even possible is all the evidence we need. Even if it's once in a blue moon, this should not be a thing. This should be unthinkable that you could pull this many times. I think it's going to come out to, correct me if I'm wrong, it was like 180 rare summons, 55,000 diamonds, and 55 divine summons. 15 legendaries hit. And we can't go. I mean, let's go for one more, and then we'll stop. We'll stop at our next one, see if we go for 0 for 16. But yeah, this just shouldn't be a thing, because this is how you get people to hate the game and to quit the game and to never want to do this. How is this so full? All right, give me 1 sec. You didn't get your charge back, Sassy? Yeah, we'll stop at the next legendary to see if we go over 16 or not, but yeah, this is just this really kind of undermines any fun in the game. Like, we know you're playing the slots, but at some point, you should not be able to go over 16. It's really just that simple. I thought you said you did it all through PayPal, Sassy, and everything. I actually know how I think the progressive system should work. This probably is going to have to be a video now, so I'll probably explain it at the beginning of this video. But I think there's a way to do it that isn't even that generous to the players, but it wholeheartedly prevents this from ever happening again. Because this is awful. Yeah, they need to do something. Boy, oh boy. All right. Let's keep going. Hopefully we hit soon and we don't have to keep selling off. I didn't sell everything off. You'll hit him off week, next week off banner. I mean, it's possible. The drop rates were great, and they are not anymore. Until whatever it's been, 25 minutes ago, the drop rates were really good. And then we reached this account. We also have to tally up Rtype how many summons it's been with the rebate, the little rebates I've been doing now. That's like another 50 or 100 summons we're gonna have to account for. Shouldn't be too hard to go through if we cut out this footage, but again, we're done. All right. Yes, you should be very glad you got in 100. At this point, you should be glad if you got him in 700. On a full pity, it looks like. Come on. Ay, ay, ay. We're gonna, I think we're like only a couple away. Come on. Oh my God. Did I like lose count or something? Already threw all our rebate as well. Let you sell from overflow? Yeah, that'd be awesome. At this point, let's just sell it all. Yeah, this was the nightmare scenario. This is what I thought would happen to me though, not to my friend Rtype over here. There it is. We are 0 for 15. For anyone just joining, we got 407 viewers. We've pulled 15 legendaries between the Divine banner and the Rares banner, and we haven't gotten him, and we still haven't gotten him. 0 for 16. So very insanely unlucky, depressing, horrible. The one silver lining is I've long had the idea for a progressive rate up, and this is the video to pair the idea with, because this is unacceptable. I think this is unacceptable. This cannot happen, that you can pull 16 heroes, legendary heroes on the banner, and you don't hit the guy once. There needs to be a fail-safe. So I have an idea for it, which I will have pitched, but this is unacceptable. This is terrible. Can we get a double maybe? This is unbelievable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Did I miss something? Oh, Calypso just went over here. Number 16. There's Calypso. Where is she? Unbelievable. There's 16. That's terrible. I'm very sorry this happened to you, Rtype. I guess we need to do math, right? All right, guys. I told you that would be pretty unbelievable. And I mean, I think it was. We went 0 for 16 trying to get Beelzebub for Rtype. It does get worse. Don't think it's over yet. So let me put some screenshots of his summoning record up now. After we finished summoning, he was all in. He was committed. He spent a nice chunk of change. He ended up doing 21 divine summons, and in those divine summons, as you will see now, he got Sadie, Kineza, Valkyra, and Venoma. His second Venoma before he ever got a Beelzebub. So at that point, he was 0 for 20, which is just, can you even wrap your head around that? And then finally, he also bought some rare summoning crystals, and after 110 more rares, he finally got Beelzebub. So it took 21 attempts. He went 0 for 20. Let me show you that math right now. I also realized I could show this to you in a really clean way so people know I'm not lying. Not that I think you guys thought I would be, but you can see when the summoning started at 11:48 my time. This is my guild chat. Rtype and I are in the same guild. Venoma, Abomination, Lyra, Zealatu, Glacius, Eris, Zealatu, Yuri, Azor, Nyx, Ares, Zealatu, Yuri, Zealous, Eris, Calypso, Azor, Zealatu, and then this is when we took the break because I was done summoning for him. We were 0 for 16. He finally returned, bought a bunch of divines and rares. Sadie, Kineza, Valkyra, his second Venoma, number 21, Beelzebub. Okay, so let's do the math together now. This is my proposal again. Let's do the math. So to go 0 for 16 originally, as we did, assuming there's a 20% chance each time he gets it, the chance of that happening is going to be 0.8 to the 16th. Which already is astronomically low, as you can see. Let me show you right now, convert it to a percentage, 2.81% of that happening. However, what actually ended up happening is he did another 4 with those divines and missed 4 more times, so it was 0.8 to the 20th, and that comes out to just about a 1% chance of happening. So it's still within the realm of possibility. That's how it happened, but it shouldn't be. Ask Rtype. Go to his channel. You should all subscribe to him as well. Ask him if it was fun. Ask him if it felt good. Ask him if he was basically any other person, would he still play the game ever after this? I mean, maybe a true addict, but the reason Rtype's going to stay with it is because he loves the game and he's a super nice guy, and I think he likes the community a lot. But a lot of people would quit. A lot of people would quit after this crazy investment. So 1.15% chance of this happening. If you don't know what that looks like, I can just show you 1 minus that. What does that look like? 98.85%. That's his chance that he would have gotten Beelzebub within 20. It took 21. So he had basically a 99% chance of avoiding this catastrophe. It didn't happen. It didn't happen, did it? So I really think we need some kind of progressive rate up because this is just so discouraging. It's so disheartening. If you want that final tally, let me pull it up right now. He summoned 73 divine summoning crystals and 1,033 rare summons / diamonds. He got 20 legendaries. His rates were pretty good. He got 20 legendaries. None of them were Beelzebub. It took till number 21. We got to do better, Moonton. We got to have some kind of progressive rate up. I really hope you consider this proposal. Guys, especially if you made it to the end of this video, please send this to your favorite creators or post it in your favorite Discord communities. Don't have to give me credit, but I do want to start the conversation. Let's make something like this happen. It has been added to other games where it thought this would be unthinkable. So there's no reason it couldn't be added to ours, where historically the devs do seem to listen in cases like this, and they do seem to care. Thank you. I've been Fastidious. If you like my stuff, please subscribe to my channel. Also check out Rtype's channel. I'll put the info right above me, as well as in the description and the top pinned comment. Pour one out for our buddy Rtype, because what a freaking catastrophe this was. But hey, his pain gave us an incredible anecdotal case study to go through and prove a point and hopefully introduce the idea of a new system, a progressive rate up system that I'd been ruminating on since at least the Sung Wukong banner formally, but I've been thinking about it for months. But for the past couple weeks, I've been working on it a lot. So I hope you guys like this. Thank you. Share it with your mother. I've been Fastidious. I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.